Oh my goodness, 2020, what a year to start, right?
It was a whirlwind.
Did you just fall into insurance? Did a friend invite you?
I applied through Facebook, and here I am working at this mom and pop agency and was doing this and that. The future was unknown. She goes, I don't know about you, but let's do it. Let's do account manager. I got faith in you. And I went, I don't know what I'm doing.
Personal Lines is in the house, friends. Mary Martin's here. Mary, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So I think you and I have worked together for 3 or 4 years.
Yes.
But did you start with Deal? Is that your first job in the industry?
Yes, it is. Back in, I believe, 2020 is when I started with Deal.
Okay. So, oh my goodness, 2020, what a year to start, right?
It was a whirlwind.
How did you just fall into insurance? Did a friend invite you? How'd you start in the industry?
I feel like everybody else, I stumbled into it. Of all things, during the pandemic, I applied through Facebook. And that's how I got hired. And the rest is history. I started as a receptionist, was a CSR for the personal lines department. I've done claims. And then when we merged with the Hartwell Corporation, I started account manager.
Okay. So reception from Facebook,
Yep.
became a receptionist. CSR, you did claims. Was claims a full-time thing or just with kind of your CSR?
It went hand in hand with everything. So as a CSR with Deal, I was working under 5 account managers and then writing new business as well as handling the claims for the personal lines department.
Wow.
So
Nothing teaches the industry like trying to do claims.
that's right.
One of the guys I interviewed, he started in a claims cubicle, and he kind of walked through his progression of his career. He's about 20 years in. What kind of experiences do you feel like helped you grow as a professional as you kind of worked your way through those roles?
Mentors. I'm so thankful. I've had many mentors. It ranges from managers, peers, even to industry veterans. I mean, they really shaped who I am. Shout out to Tracy McClure. She has really helped interpersonal skills and skills that I use that I apply daily in my career and hope to one day pay that forward.
Yeah, I can speak from personal experience that Tracy has poured her heart and soul
Yes.
into our agency,
Yep.
and her fingerprints are all over so many positive things. In what ways, do you feel like, can you think of an example of one of the things in which you learned from her?
I was pretty fresh to the industry in 2020. And here I am working at this mom and pop agency and was doing this and that. She comes in, and I remember I was like this scared little girl. Here I am, we're merging in with another company. The future was unknown. She goes, I don't know about you, but let's do it. Let's do account manager. I got faith in you. And I went, I don't know what I'm doing. And so I remember I checked back in with her about 9 months after my account manager role that I had been doing. And I said, okay, I think I finally know what I'm doing. But if it wasn't for her to have that faith in me, I wouldn't be in this role that I'm in today. So
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what do you like? Tell us about your role right now, and what do you like most about it?
I love working closely with my clients. Personal lines, you're there through their kids growing up. They are now driving. The kids are going to college. They need a little renter's policy. They're buying a new vehicle. That sort of thing. You're working closely with the clients. You're building trust. You're building the strong relationship with them. I mean, I have clients that I've been working with 5 years now that I always get a Christmas card from, or they'll call me on my birthday.
Wow.
So it's building these relationships with them, building that trust that you're there, you're navigating the market trends, and you're offering the optimal coverages that they may need, and you're protecting their future and their assets. And I really enjoy that.
So now that you're doing personal lines and you're feeling comfortable, do you drive around the community and see houses and cars differently than you did in the past?
I do. It's funny when we go on road trips with our family. My husband, he does refrigeration for potato and onion storages. So we'll be driving down. He goes, oh, I worked on that storage unit, or I worked at this farm. And then we'll be driving and go, look at that wood shake roof. Who's their insurance carrier? That sort of thing, yeah.
And you see you'll see a construction team out and think, I hope they're being safe. There's all these things within the industry.
Yes.
So when you started working with, you've seen a lot of iterations and a lot of change. What was it like to have COVID be an early part of your career?
That's when we started going remote, hybrid, I should say. And then the hard market hit. So we had COVID and then the hard market hit for insurance. It still amazes me, and I'm so thankful. I came into this industry during COVID. And hit the ground running. I wouldn't go back to those times. And then we went through the hard market. And personal lines, that was hard because you went from the industry, these carriers that are so hungry for business, to the last 2 years, they've really pumped their brakes. So now navigating that and retaining your clients. Just recently, 2025, I'm seeing premium rates go down. When renewals come up, we're seeing now where we're finally able to breathe a little bit. Clients are a lot happier.
So like the increases are now subsiding? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, where they're evening out. I do believe that we are not going to see rates as low as we used to.
Right.
It's the economy we're in. Educating my clients, putting together an infographic, explaining the hard market, explaining, hey, this is the best rate for your home, but this is why we're seeing the increase. The cost to rebuild is much more expensive. Vehicles cost more. You can't go down to a used car lot anymore and buy something decent for under $10K anymore. So these carriers are trying to keep up with, the cost, the inflation.
Right. I remember being a kid in Idaho and thinking you could always buy a house for $150 grand.
Yes.
You could always get a used car for $3 grand. They were like sand on the beach. Well, a lot has changed between then and now.
A lot has changed. So that goes back to protecting their assets. You've got a client that is interested in shopping and they come to me. Well, they're with another carrier outside of our agency and they may have state minimum limits. What I love about Hartwell is that we are coverage driven. We're not price driven. So educating your clients, hey, you're driving around a 2025 Dodge Ram pickup. Do you think your limits are going to cover that? This is why we need to have higher limits. Hey, here's an umbrella. Let's protect your home. Let's protect your vehicles, that sort of thing.
Right. What do you like most about at the office or in your role being part of an employee-owned company?
That I'm an employee owner. Simple. I have a say in our future. That's empowering. And then what we stand for is what I believe in. Honesty, integrity, going back to being, we're not price driven. We have our client's best interest at hand. And I love that. And Hartwell supports that.
Amen. So when you're not in the office and you're able to have your own free time, what things do you enjoy doing?
I'm a mom. I'm a wife. Where we live out in the boonies.
Okay.
So I'm about a mile from the Oregon border.
Okay.
Our property backs up to BLM land.
Okay.
In the evenings to decompress, I love going for a ride. We hunt coyotes, that sort of thing. I've got a 9-year-old and an almost 12-year-old, and they are raising market pigs for the Owyhee County Fair.
No kidding.
So we're busy with that. My husband raised beef, so we do that. In fact, we just got done, we purchased some more calves on Sunday, so we're getting ready to take the current ones for butcher. Chickens, we raise our own beef, raise our own pork, that sort of thing. So we're busy. So working full time and then a hobby farm on the side.
I feel like, working, yes. Hobby farm, yes. Will you guys be prepared for the zombie apocalypse? You got the guns to shoot wolves. You've got all the other, compared to a city slicker like me with nothing.
I would hope so. I'm not into the whole sourdough thing. I'm still buying bread from the store. So the eggs, I got you.
Okay. What are your kids doing, like Future Farmers of America kind of a thing?
They are. We are in 4-H right now.
4-H.
So yeah. So we are in that and all that it entails right now. We just picked up their pigs. They're doing that. When they hit high school, they'll be in FFA. It's something that our family's passionate about. I have come to realize that those young adults that have been in 4-H and FFA, they're very coachable. It's been a great program for the kids. It teaches them responsibility. I mean, they're out there working with their animals, and it's a lot of work for mom and dad too, but it's something we enjoy as a family.
Right. It just hit me, but I'm thinking like the 4-H group, you have your parental involvement, you're working, you're doing responsibility. It's like the opposite of being like in a street gang, right?
Yes.
Like that's horrible. I know I shouldn't.
We got these animals that are a couple mortgage payments just sitting outside that it's like, hey, you better get out there, feed, water, keep them alive till we get to fair.
Okay, so what you described, I'm going to make a guess here. Does your husband drive an F-150?
No, but I used to.
Okay, I was going to say, or you do. Or you do. Okay.
He's got an F-350. Oh. You were close. He is now driving around my old Corolla.
Wow,
So,
okay.
and then bought me my mom car. We got a 25 Highlander, and so I felt pretty spoiled. So.
Dude, you guys are bling and I should have gotten into personal lines. Got a Highlander, wow. So what, do you have time for like to watch a favorite TV show, or do you have like a favorite book series? What do you like to do?
Netflix, man. Anything on Amazon Prime, Hulu. We just finished 1923. It's like the spinoff of Yellowstone.
Oh.
Love those kind.
Okay.
So.
Because you guys are kind of living that Yellowstone life out in the country. Just a little bit. You got a little.
You know, it's a little show over there.
A little
Yellowstone.
show. I mean,
yeah.
So this is how country you are. That you're like Yellowstone. They're like city slickers. They're just pretending. I've noticed with the people in the city see Yellowstone as like this ideal. And the people who actually live in the country are like, please, that's a movie set. Let's not pretend like these people are.
It's not all glamorous. Yeah, I think too, as another hobby, as a family, we go out and do sporting clays.
Okay.
So our 12-year-old's really gotten into it, and that's our neighbor out there. And so that's one thing we do. Try to stay off TV, tablets, cell phones. We'll go over there and sporting clays and get ready for bird season.
Perfect. I did sporting clays with Marty Koch in our office.
Yep.
And I think I hit 2 out of the first 6. And I was like, dude, guys like me won the Revolutionary War. I'm just like blowing them out of the sky. I seriously think I missed all the rest of them and didn't hit a single one. And Marty was just like hitting like all of them.
He's great at it. Hey, but practice makes perfect. We'll have to get you out there again.
It does. And I haven't done a lot of shooting, but my siblings do, and maybe my kids will someday. Actually, I have a story. Like my wife never touched a gun in her life, and we went shooting with some friends. They had an AR-15, they had some handguns.
Right on.
And the AR-15 didn't kick at all, but the handgun, bang, like those handguns kick.
Yes.
So my wife, this is no joke, she's like, bang, and then I'm standing right next to her. She goes, wow. I was like, I said,
gun safety.
I said, have you ever done gun safety? She's like, what's that? I'm like, oh my gosh. Let the record show, I did gun safety when I was a kid. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was with my grandpa. I was like, kids, you always point down like this. You don't wave them around like
That's right. That's right. Yeah, kind of piggybacking on that. I was late to work Wednesday morning. We just weaned calves, and I had a mama cow trying to get back in. And so I'm getting in the car to head into the Nampa office, and I text Tracy. I'm like, I'm late. I got calves out. So I had the BB gun. I called my husband. I go, I don't know what to do. And he goes, I'm on my way. Grab the BB gun and see if you can get her closer to the house. So I got the BB gun out there. It does nothing to her. And I'm like, I'm done. So I called him and I go, can you please come home and help? So I thought, you know what? I'm already late to work. I'm going to stop and get a coffee. And so the little girl's handed me my coffee, and she goes, is that a gun in your front seat? And I go, oh, it's a BB gun. And I just threw it in the back seat, and she put a little sticker on my coffee cup that says, some bunny needs coffee. I said, thank you. I needed coffee after today's morning.
She must be from California. Guns are in cars sometimes. I guess back in the day, they used to be in cars more than they are now.
Yeah, true.
Any other things that you would do for fun that you're like, you've got to try to do this?
Going back to the sporting clays, that's become a really fun hobby. Therapeutic for me. I love gardening, growing our own veggies. Strawberries from the garden taste so much better than the strawberries you buy from the store. That's fulfilling to me. our own jalapenos, peppers,
Wow,
corn,
you are a
strawberries.
farmer.
I love that kind of stuff.
Wow, farmer, rancher, gun in the car, doing personal lines. Mary, you're ready. Were you born in Idaho?
I was.
I was going to say, if
Yes.
you weren't, then you were ready for Idaho. You were an Idaho girl just born out of state. What advice would you give to someone who is like you maybe 5 years ago, applying to an insurance agency on Facebook and considering the industry, and how would you direct them?
Go for it. Do it. Go out on that limb. You won't regret it. Don't be scared. Get all the learning you can get. It's important to me as a young adult. I don't only want to be a mother, but I want my children to see that mom also has a career and that mom can, house, I can be a mom, but mom also works 40 hours a week and she's successful.
That's very cool. Well, thank you for coming out. You
Thank
did
you.
great. You rock.
Thank you. Appreciate it.